Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be taking a look at an article from Reuters and Yahoo. Now this was published on November 16th. It's written by Karina Pons. Urban Ranching, a socialist commune's response to Venezuela's crisis. You know, it's funny. Socialism, well, this house was supposedly like donated or some shit, but it was taken from the TV network, all right, which became a state-run one. And it was given to these people in a nice neighborhood, an affluent neighborhood, and they've turned the house into a fucking shithole. That's what they did. And then they turned it into a farm. And they're trying to make it sound like this is a good thing. And they're trying to make it sound like this is an actual socialist commune when they are not following the socialist rule of the government and are operating on the black market. That's pretty fucking capitalistic if you ask me. Well, but let's get into this article. So this is out of Caracas. A socialist commune has drawn the ire of its neighbors in a wealthy area of Caracas with an unusual response to the hyperinflation and food shortages afflicting Venezuela, turning its backyard into an urban cattle pasture. Now, I understand they gotta eat. I've got no problems with that. But they're in a house that the government fucking stole and handed over to them. And they are forcing what they're doing on the rest of the people in that neighborhood. I mean, they should be able to do what they want, but don't fucking destroy a house and then turn it into a fucking farm. Because, I mean, before we get on, okay, this was in a wealthy neighborhood. Alright? Look at this fucking house. Holes in the wall, Maduro sucking dick posters, you know, fucking run down, fucking shitty. Okay? So run down and shitty. The guy's cooking his cow's feet outside. I mean, look at the yard. It's fucking just shit thrown in the fucking yard. They don't maintain the fucking yard. You get this nice fucking house right here. If I was their neighbors, I wouldn't be a happy camper. I'd be like, it always smells like cow shit in my house. And I understand they gotta eat, but on the same note, they could have done their commune out in an appropriate place for raising cattle. The leaders of the Apacauna, I'm butchering that, Apacauna commune, devotees of socialist President Nicolas Maduro, so they're, you know, Maduro dick suckers, which is why they got this fucking mansion, drove 6 hours to purchase 11 450 kilo, 992 pound cows. They set them to graze behind their 2,000 square meter, 21,528 square foot home donated by the state-owned telecommunications company 2 years ago. Yes, a telecommunications company that was taken over by the fucking government. So this was a seized asset of the telecommunications company. And it wasn't the telecommunications company that handed it over. It was the government that forced them to do so. And it was only handed over to these people because they are Maduro dick suckers. Because they will all get on their knees and allow him to move down a line face fucking each of them. Thought socialism was about supposed equality. But if you get on your knees and suck Maduro dick, you get a mansion. A 21,528 square foot mansion. Now I live in about 1,000 square feet. That's 21 and a half of my fucking condos. I mean, come on now. You're a Maduro dick sucker. You can live in a mansion and destroy the fucking place. That's socialism for you. Why the fuck is a commune being created in an urban area? That makes absolutely no fucking sense. The whole point of a commune is you do everything there. You are a self-contained environment. So, you know, you have your blacksmiths and your mechanics and your people who are going to be farming, and you all work together towards the goal of the society. That's the, you know, within that commune, within that bubble. Doing so in an urban environment, living in a mansion, that ain't a fucking commune. The government began transferring billions of dollars to a network of more than 70,000 such community groups under the administration of late President Hugo Chavez, who supported the communes as an alternative to a capitalist economic model. Maduro has called communes the epicenter of solidarity. Well, when they're on their knees sucking your dick, Maduro, of course you're going to say that. Let's be honest. Leaders of the commune, who also grow fruits and vegetables, say the arrangement is simply a way to get cheaper meat. They do not graze the cattle for long, and they have already slaughtered several inside their home. Inside the home. On the idea of trashing a mansion. These people are butchering a cow inside a mansion that they've destroyed. That is some fucked up shit. When they will think, this is the idea of you don't shit where you eat. Not exactly the best saying to use, but it's appropriate. All right, it's the idea of you live in that house, so what are you going to do? You're going to slaughter a fucking animal in it? That's unsanitary. You got a fucking yard outside. What are you afraid you're going to freak out the other cows while they're watching you friggin' skin one of their, relatives? Is that why you're turning your home into a slaughterhouse where, when you cut them open, if you nick the wrong way, their fucking intestinal tract is all over your fucking floor and you got shit all over the place? I mean, this just goes to show that these people have no concept of what is civilized. These are people who have lived in places prior to this commune, in a mansion, where they didn't have electricity or running water or anything but dirt for their floors. And because they want free shit, they're more than willing to get on their knees and suck Maduro dick. With Venezuela's oil-reliant economy in a fifth year of recession and inflation nearing 1,000,000%, securing staple goods is a daily struggle for many. That has more to do with socialism than anything else, not the oil. Just 40% of families can afford beef, and nearly 2/3 of the population reported losing weight last year by 11 kilos. Which is 24 pounds. They have to put that in braces because us Americans, us with the metric system. So 11 kilos on average, according to a study by 3 universities. Again, that's an issue with socialism. It creates these environments where this happens. Things become way more expensive under socialism. Look at Europe. So everything is way more expensive in Europe in general, minus, say, German cars and shit like that, okay? Because of their tariffs and fucking the U.S. But, and the fact that they sell cars here at a premium price because Americans are stupid enough to pay premium prices. But, you look at, like, electronics, you look at, like, consumer goods, like food and shit like that, and, yeah, it's more expensive. Because they have things added on like VAT. They have all these other things being tacked on. Besides, the concept of inflation or whatever. Okay, socialism all around will raise the price of goods. Western economists and domestic opposition blame Maduro's heavy-handed policies and economic mismanagement for the crisis. However, the government and its supporters attribute Venezuela's struggle to U.S. sanctions and the hoarding by businesses trying to undermine socialism. No, it's neither. It is socialism itself. Socialism is cancer. It really is. Because you are taking from the people. To give to people who didn't earn it. This experience shows the resolve of the people to push back against the economic war, said Commune leader Sulmar Pedrozar, as 2 cow heads boiled in a pot over a wood fire and a group cleaned out a cow's stomach for soup. They live in a fucking mansion. And they've destroyed it to the point of where they don't have the ability to cook inside. They'll slaughter a cow in the home, but they won't fucking cook inside because they've destroyed the fucking place. The group has slaughtered 7 cows and sold a small amount of the meat to several hundred people at 560 bolivars per kilo, or about $2 at the black market exchange rate. And what's funny, that's the black market exchange rate. The actual exchange rate, I think, is a lot worse. But, I mean, the thing is, they're supposed to be socialists. They're supposed to believe in this government. They're Maduro dick suckers. And they won't even follow his shit. Look. That was well above the government set price of 90 bolivars, but with the supply scarce, many butchers in Caracas sell beef for more than 10 times that amount, or more than half a monthly salary at the official minimum wage. So wait a minute. Socialism is about people who don't have. I mean, Maduro and Chavez, socialism. Getting from people who have. Prices being set, things being fixed. And these dick suckers, these Maduro dick suckers, won't even follow the government set price. They're following pure capitalism of supply and demand, of scarcity. You gotta love that hypocrisy. In 2016, Maduro launched a great agro-Venezuelan mission to encourage city dwellers to grow fruits, vegetables, and herbs in their backyards, noting that he and his wife harvested pumpkins on their patio. Earlier this year, a government minister said people should breed and eat rabbits, arguing they're not just cute pets. They're so desperate. They know their system has failed. That they can't supply for the people because socialism doesn't work. Any form of Marxism doesn't work. So they're telling the people, produce shit that you can eat so that you don't starve to death. That says a lot. On Thursday evening, several dozen neighbors of the commune gathered to protest the ranch next door, complaining about the foul smell, flies, and health risks. And those are all valid things to take issue with. But you know, because these are Maduro dick suckers, they ain't going to see that change in regards, you know, to those people there. Because of being Maduro dick suckers. The residents aren't going to be able to change that situation. It is the first time in my life I've seen cattle being raised in a house, said Luisa Farro, a resident of the Los Chorros neighborhood. You see stuff like that in the country, but never in a city. It's because these people came from places where they didn't have running water, they didn't have electricity, they didn't have fucking shit. They came to the commune to get something for nothing. They're living in a mansion that they've fucking destroyed, that they get cows shitting in and just prancing through. That's what happens with socialism. That mansion is an analogy of it. It was something nice, something of value. Socialism rears its ugly head, and now it's a festering shithole. Literally. Because I'm sure that cow shit is festering in there. Pedro Mendez, a local opposition leader, said he would report the urban ranch to Venezuela's health ministry, but doubted the government would stop it given Maduro's support for such communes. Yeah, exactly. Because he hooks up the Maduro dick suckers, the Kool-Aid drinkers, in places like that. But they're not such Kool-Aid drinkers that they would fucking follow the government set prices and shit. Of course not. Pedroza said, the commune would continue raising livestock. There is a resistance to this idea, but those who want to let people die of hunger are crazier, Pedroza said. Dude, get bent. You chose to go from your little shitbum village to a mansion in the city and live in it free of charge because it was stolen by the Chavez Maduro government, by that socialist government, and because you have no respect for that property because it was just handed to you, you're going to let cows roam on the inside, shit all over the floors, and be fine with that. Because you came from a little shitbum village where you had no problems with your cows roaming through your dirt floor houses, pissing and shitting all over the place. I mean, this just goes to show how fucked up, third world backwards, and screwed by socialism Venezuela is. And I think that sums that up pretty well. I've covered things well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.